Hey, aloha my internet family, how are you? You guys ready to have some fun today? Let's do this. Okay, so on our last episode, we showed you how to use Simplify3D and a black and white image or a low color image to be able to do inset images or inset logos. Today we're going to take that one step further, use a very similar process to be able to create stencils that you can use just to spray paint or to trace or however you'd want to use it. It's just a stencil. That one we took and we overlaid it onto the same image that we did last week, hit it with a little spray paint, and we ended up with that. Having some fun with it, I found an old Army stencil font and made a little on-air logo. And if you saw the teaser, we brought those all together and we made this little on-air sign. This one was sprayed twice using the main logo. I did it once in the silver, once in the blue, and then I offset it just a hair to get that little drop shadow effect. But wait, there is more. Having so much fun with this, I wanted to see how I could get letters or objects that had islands on it, such as the middle of a D or a P. So I figured, why not the 3D Pink Mafia logo? So Heather, that is for you. And I'll bring that up to Bay Area Maker Faire if you want to hang on to it. That took 4 stencils, 1, 2, 3, 4, to be able to do it. So let's head over to Simplify3D and I'll show you the process that I used to make those. Okay, so I started off with the logo that Travis over at A Pyro Designs provided me, and I'm just going to show you what I tweaked it in the photo editor. Again, I'm not a graphics guy, so there's lots and lots of different ways to do this, but I just wanted to show you how I built it. Now he provided it to me with a transparent background with the pink and the black. So I went through and went ahead and separated it out into layers of pink or black. To be able to get that bridging there, what I had to do was I created a little bridge there, if you can see where the mouse cursor is sliding, over to the section of that island. And then I did a second one with the bridge on the other side. I did the same thing for the black text for the D here and the 2 A's down in Mafia. And then I brought those over and we did the same thing on the opposite side. So over in Simplify3D, we can basically go to our Convert Image to 3D wizard. We'll browse and we will pick up those images that I did, the 4 images, black and pink, and let's just look at the first one. Now, I found an image depth scale of 1. Again, you set it to the size that you want, and I went with the platform height of half of the image depth scale. I left the invert depth profile unchecked and the Gaussian filter unchecked. We're going to hit create. Tell it where to put it, which is simple black. Simple black. There we go. Yes, I want to replace it because I'm just putting it back on itself. And yes, I want to import it. So now we have that in the bottom of our bed. Now what you're going to want to do is double click the image to bring up the positional properties here. And you're going to want to change your Z offset position. What I found with these is if I drop those down to a minus 0.57, hit done, you can see how it lowered it onto the bed here, and it gave me the outline that we're going to paint through or spray through. And you'll notice that if you look at the bed, it dropped it through the bed. So when you go to your process settings, it is very important on the advanced tab that you do your start printing and set it to a height of 0. That way when you go prepare to print, it is going to not put that below the bed down there. It's going to start printing at the 0 height, basically cutting off that area that was inset there, and now you have a perfect stencil. So once that's done, let's go back over to the main camera here. Once that's done, you end up with 4 stencils. So I have 2 for the black here, and you can see those bridges that I created on either side of both the A's and the D's. But if you look at each stencil individually, you can see that it only bridges half. So when you paint it, you drop one on, mist the paint over, let it harden up, drop the other one on exactly the same place. I use blue painter's tape to hold it down. Again, mist it over, and it's going to fill up that bridge on either side so that you're going to get the effect. We have the same thing with the pink. So we have the bridge that I created there on the P, but when you separate it out, it's on either side. So when you end up painting it, let me go back and grab that. When you end up painting that, you get the solid like that. You can see this closer, this zoomed in, that there's a little bit of a line for the bridge there. Had I gone over it a few more times back and forth, I could have probably eliminated that a little bit more. Anyway, that's how you can make stencils using Simplify3D. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope you learned something new. I will put a link in the description down to, where is it at? Down to that Army font that I found. Looks like the old Army style font. If you like it, this is a really good one because it's actually intended for making stencils. So you can see that it has the bridges already in. It was a free font online, and I will, like I said, I'll include a link to that down in the description below. And I hope you guys liked this tutorial. If you had fun, stick with the channel, subscribe to us, and we'll see what's next. In the meantime, aloha and have a great weekend.